Hi, this is George here from the would-be commercial capital of the world, Mumbai. Welcome to my channel Cryogenics Global. This is a must-have HVAC tool delivered to you every week with the most unmissable information about cryogenics, refrigeration, cold chain and air conditioning. This will help you become better climate control professionals. In today's video, we are having a look at the Reefer cooling system. Have you ever wondered how a refrigerated container or reefer cools the food articles or the chemicals kept inside? Most often it looks like a maze to you, but if you understand the functionalities of the 14 components involved in the reefer cooling system, this becomes much more simpler. This is a mission of heat rejection and heat absorption, which is achieved through manipulation of the pressure in the working refrigerant. Inside the refrigeration cycle, we need to start somewhere. Let's start with the heat exchanger or the evaporator. The evaporator is located inside the reefer and it absorbs the heat from inside the reefer and convert the liquid refrigerant to vapor refrigerant. In this process, the low temperature and the low pressure remains the same. The second component is the suction accumulator. It accumulates any liquid which is in the system and prevents it from entering the compressor. The low pressure switch is the third component, which is whenever the pressure it becomes lower than the set pressure, it will open up the switch and stops the compressor. The next component is the low pressure gauge. It shows the suction pressure from the compressor. Next is the most important component of the refrigeration cycle, which is the compressor. A compressor converts the low temperature, low pressure refrigerant vapor to high temperature, high pressure vapor. Sixth component is the high pressure gauge. It shows the discharge pressure of the compressor. The high pressure switch is the next component. The high pressure switch protects the system from overpressurization. When the set pressure is achieved, it opens the switch and stops the compressor. The next component is the oil separator. It separates the lubricant oil from the refrigerant and returns the oil to the compressor crankcase. The next is an important component, which is the condenser or the cooling coils. It absorbs the heat from the high temperature, high pressure refrigerant vapor, obviously, so it is releasing it to the surrounding air and is situated outside the reefer. In this process, it is converting the high temperature, high pressure vapor to medium temperature liquid. The pressure remains the same. The liquid receiver is a storage tank for the excess refrigerant liquid. The filter dryer captures any water particles and solids from the refrigerant liquid. The 12th component would be the solenoid valve. When the compressor stops, the solenoid valve will stop the refrigerant flow to the evaporator. The side glass is nothing but a piece of glass through which to look into the refrigerant pipe. The moisture content is indicated through bubbles in the side glass. Last but not the least is the expansion valve. The thermostatic expansion valve will sense the temperature and accordingly will increase or decrease the refrigerant flow to the evaporator. In this process, it converts the medium temperature, high pressure liquid to low temperature, low pressure liquid. To conclude, the reefer cooling system is a cycle of 14 components which manipulates the pressure of the refrigerant to achieve expansion and contraction and to absorb the heat from inside the reefer and release it to the surrounding atmosphere. If the video was useful for you, please hit the subscribe button. This is George signing off.